Morning, Cheryl.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, everyone.
Nope.
Judge, the annex called that they had on their last defendant with Judge Carrasco.
Okay. Touch base with the downtown, please.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
There they are. Good morning, downtown. We are ready.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. Is this Mr. Vasquez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Correct, Judge.
All right. Court calls case of State of Texas versus Anthony Vasquez, cause number 2023-0C03667. What says the state?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
And the defense.
Rene Vasquez for the defense, we are ready.
All right. You are Anthony Vasquez?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen, Mr. Vasquez?
Yes.
Charged with the offense of evading arrest alleged to have occurred March 24th, 2023 in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you 100 days in jail, plus court costs with credit for time served on everything, and cause number 2023-0D03009 will be dismissed, and cause numbers 2022 P files 09680 and 2022 P file 09681 will be declined. Anything further, counsel?
It is comply with the 942 disclosures, Your Honor. Otherwise, we'll make sure that the felony dismissal and the P file declines are done as soon as possible.
All right, thank you. There's nothing further. You may be excused.
Okay, ma'am.
Downtown, if that's all you have, you may be excused as well.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. You too. I don't know what that sound is. Can everybody hear it?
It stopped after Mr. Vargas left.
Yeah, I heard it, Judge.
All right, good. All right, then just waiting on the jail.
Judge Anna just filed a motion to waive DWI fines on Mr. Salazar.
Okay. would you call the annex and tell them that I need them on here now? I have several attorneys waiting.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. There they are. I'll need everybody to switch over to the, good morning, Annex. May I have Mr. Figueroa? I'll need everybody to turn on their interpreter function as soon as we get this going. All right.
If I may, Your Honor, I see the interpretation function on my screen. Could you click on the globe and label me as the interpreter?
I know it didn't ask me who it was. It just started it.
It does that sometimes, yeah.
I had never had it do that to me. There it goes. English, Spanish. All right.
Not yet, Your Honor. Did it give you an option to name an interpreter by any chance? There where it said English and Spanish.
I did, but okay, there goes. There it is. Okay. We can hear you. All right.
Okay.
Okay, and Miss Yaldo is on this one, right? Miss Yaldo, we're going to start with Mr. Figueroa.
Thank you, Your Honor. He's the one who needs an interpreter.
Yes, good morning. The court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus David Figueroa, cause number 2023-0C04055 and cause number 2023-0C04297. What says the state
Brendan Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
and the defense?
Ana Yaldo with the El Paso County Public Defender Office here on behalf of Mr. David Andres Figueroa, also ready.
Okay, what seems to be the conflict, Miss Yaldo?
Your Honor, I did file my motions. I'm not sure of the exact cause number, but we represent his co-defendant in the burglary of vehicle. When we had the last hearing, I had reviewed the case, but not the witness statement or it's not exactly a witness statement, but it's kind of a co-defendant statement. And so then I did a conflicts check and I found that we represent him, the co-defendant, and we've been representing the co-defendant for much, much longer than Mr. Figueroa. And so
Is that a co-defendant on this burglary of vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
I read the affidavit and I didn't see a co-defendant on there.
So he's named in there's a witness statement. And so he inculpates Mr. Figueroa in his witness statement, and we represent this other person. And so I did run it by, this isn't a decision I made alone. I did run it by my supervisor. My supervisor told me we need to withdraw because of that conflict.
All right. Do you have anything, Mr. Morales?
No, Your Honor.
That being the case, the court will grant your motion and we will appoint somebody else for you, Mr. Figueroa. Anything further?
Nothing further from the state.
And nothing further from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you. That'll be on
Correct.
both cases, correct?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Then you may be excused. Let me have Valentina Ramnaran, please. No, I believe that's the only one we needed you for. Thank you. I will.
Your Honor, you have a good rest of your morning.
You too. Annex, may I have Valentina Ramnaren, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Rosales.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
She's back.
Yeah, here we are.
All right, court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Valentina Ramnaren. Cause numbers 2023-0C0-3375, 2023-0C0-5115, 2023-0C0-3461. What says the state
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed.
and the defense?
Good morning, Your Honor. Mark Rosales on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Valentina Ramnaren. We're also ready.
You are Valentina Ramnaren or Ramnaren? Ma'am, I need you to answer.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes.
right, let me get you to raise your right hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you have, Mr. Rosales?
Well, I have 3 cases, Judge, and I was looking them up. I was in a hearing, but I see recommendations on 2. And there, maybe I just looked it up wrong, but on the case ending in 5115, I didn't see a rec on that. I don't know if it's a package, but if it is,
It's the newest case, Mr. Rosales. I haven't had time to fully review it yet. That's why there's no recommendation there.
right. And that's what we expect. I expected that, Judge. It's a brand new case. And so we probably, as you probably remember, given my client's unique last name, we were here on a couple, and then, well, now, as you know, there's a new case, so we need to work that. So
There were 2 other new cases, is my understanding as well. One was declined, the terroristic threat, and then the burglary of Hab was filed as a criminal trespass. But
right.
I
And so
don't know if those are filed yet or not. Glenn, were they filed?
Judge, the criminal trespass still had the felony case number attached to it. I saw a JMAG number, but it was not filed yet.
Okay.
well, see, I guess we need some a little time, Judge, to put this together, as you can tell.
Right, we're here for a bond reduction, though. If you want to proceed with that or not.
Well, I saw this as a status, Judge, and maybe that's my mistake. Not much has changed since Ms. Ramnaren was here last. She had obviously, you were pretty stern on your warning to her. I think this has to do, and again, I don't have a lot of access to the new cases, but it's my understanding from what little I know from reports, not from my client, but this has to do with her trying to get out and get reestablished, and her belongings were, I think, at the residence where this new incident occurred. But I don't have a lot of contact and no new information for the bond.
Do you have anything, Mr. Morales?
Yeah, so this is what I am at least aware of the situation. The newly filed assault bodily injury case involved Miss Ramnaren and her child's father's mother as
Right.
the victim. So that instance occurred. In the future, we have the instance with the family that occurred in May, and then in June she goes back to the father's mother's house and commits the criminal trespass there. So this is not this is the second time, I believe, that we've had this instance with this family that she's going after them.
Okay. Then if you don't have any further information.
I was
Mr.
at my baby
Rosales-
daddy's house.
Well, hold on, Ms. Ramnaren. The only thing I need to know is the last.
At 11,600 Claudia Drive. That
Wait,
was
wait,
Benton Road.
Hold on.
Main
Do you
north.
have- Hold on. I just had to ask my client one thing, Judge, if she currently has an independent place to live other than with any of these victims. Do you, ma'am?
Yes, I do. I
Where's
have
that?
a spot that I have in the west side by Canutillo.
The same spot we spoke of last time, the trailer home?
Yes, I do. And I have not gone back to my baby daddy's house.
Okay, so you still have the residence available that you testified to last time that's available for you to move in and live by yourself?
Yes, it's ready.
Okay, That, I mean, I just wanted to confirm that with the court judge, but other than that, nothing else has changed. So she still has an available place to live.
Yes.
Considering that the new alleged offenses are concerning the same CWs, at this time, I think the bonds are sufficient and therefore I'm going to deny your bond reductions. Give you some time to gather more information and see if you can reach a package deal.
Why do you keep denying my bond if I haven't even gone?
Hold on, Ms. Ramreen, don't talk. She granted a bond for you last time and we're back here on new charges. That's why. Hold on,
It's demeanor charge.
call my office. Call my office and we'll talk about it and I'll explain it to you, okay?
Your Honor, I double checked just to be sure. I think I am mistaken. It is different parties in the assault and the trespass.
Okay. Do you have any facts on it, any details on it?
From the facts, and again, the criminal trespass is still being brought up as a felony. It says that there was that the defendant entered the property through a window and there was a waving of a knife
Through a window.
at the same time.
What property is that?
I believe that was in the street is called 3 Missions, 56 3 Missions, apartment 146.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I did not enter through a window. I entered.
All right. I'm going to stick with my decision for now till we have that case, more details on the cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, that'll be helpful to me too, Judge, because I don't have access to any of that information yet. So that'll be
Right.
definitely helpful. Ms. Ramreen, feel free to call my office at any time, okay?
If you don't have anything further, you may be excused, Mr. Rosales.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. May I have Mr. Alonso Torres, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Caballero. Ms. Caballero, are you there? There you are.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Alonso Torres, 2020 C0-1545, 2019 0C10974. What says the state?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
And the defense.
Teresa Caballero, on behalf of Mr. Torres, we're ready, Your Honor.
All right, this is a pre-revo, so Mr. Morales, do you have a recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. The recommendation was, I believe, 120 days.
Have you had a chance to speak to your client now, Ms. Caballero?
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, we're ready to plead true right now. He's been in jail for quite some time. We resolved the felony and we're ready to get out.
All right. Unfortunately, we can't take the plea of true today because we don't have any of the paperwork, and I don't think you can run over there and get it all taken care of. But we will schedule him for next week. If you'll get over and get him to sign the documents, we will take care of it next week.
Your Honor, would you mind granting him a bond so he could get out, PR bond? He's been in for so long.
Right. And
It
that
was
was
gonna be
primarily because you were trying to take care of the felony and trying to get more information, more time to talk to your client.
yes.
Because he had not done anything on probation and had several skips, I would prefer to wait a week and get him signed up and get it taken care of.
Okay.
All right, if there's nothing further, you may be excused.
Mr. Morales, will you get me those plea papers?
Absolutely.
We will put them on for next week.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Yaldo, who else do you have?
Your Honor, I have a plea of true for Mr. Luis Navarrete Salazar.
Okay, is that the only one you have?
That's the only one I have left.
May I have Mr. Salazar, please?
He might be at the downtown jail. That's where he was a couple days ago.
They only had one, they told us.
Oh, okay.
So they're
Oh,
gone.
there he is. He's right there.
Court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Luis Salazar, 2019-0C01289 and 2023 P file 06959. What says the state
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
and the defense?
Ana Yelda with the El Paso County Public Defender Office here on behalf of Mr. Luis Navarrete Salazar.
You are Luis Salazar.
Yes.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Salazar, are you the same Luis Salazar that is placed on community supervision for DWI .15, July 29, 2021?
Yes.
I'm going to show you a document marked judgment and sentence there in that other frame. Is that your signature on that document?
Right here, Mr. Salazar.
Yes.
Okay. Paragraph 2 of the motion to revoke alleges that you failed to report between the months of December 2021, February 2022, April and May of 2022. Is that true?
True.
Was that a yes?
Yes, true.
Paragraph 3 alleges that you didn't complete the victim impact panel. True?
True.
Next one alleges you didn't complete DWI school. Is that true?
True.
That you failed to install the ignition interlock. Is that true?
True.
Failed to pay your community supervision fees. True?
True.
And lastly, that you failed to complete your or pay your court ordered monies. Is that true?
True.
Court will find that you are one and the same Luis Salazar is placed on community supervision for DWI .15, July 29, 2021, that the terms and condition of your supervision were lawful and reasonable, and paragraphs 2 through 7 of the motion to revoke are true. At this time, the court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 60 days in jail plus court costs with credit for time served on everything. Anything further, Ms. Yaldo?
Yes, Your Honor. I do apologize. I meant to file the motion earlier than today, but I did send over the motion to waive the DWI fees and fines to the court just about 25 minutes ago, and I did also file it. I'm happy to send it to you directly if you'd
I
like,
don't
Judge.
need it. Mr. Salazar, what do you do for a living?
I'm the harvester of onion, chili, pecan.
All right.
Lettuce.
That being the case, the court will grant the motion to waive the fees. Do we have any information on the new DWI?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe it was it was a case where he was crossing back from Juarez into the US. And it was a blood draw. So we don't have the BAC yet. And I did advise Mr. Salazar it would take the state a while to get the charge filed. So that's all the information that we have is that he was crossing, he was stopped, and it was a blood draw.
Mr. Morales, do you have anything on it?
Nothing more to add than what Ms. Yaldo has already said, Your Honor.
Do we have the date of occurrence, anything?
Yes, Your Honor, give me one moment and I can get you the date of occurrence for this case.
I believe it was July 3rd, Your Honor.
Of this year?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes, that's correct.
Do you currently have the ignition interlock installed on your vehicle, Mr. Salazar?
That's vehicle. It's not mine.
Well, you weren't supposed to be driving any vehicle without that. So at this point, the court will grant a $3,000 surety and a 1,000 PR with interlock. You are not to be driving, Mr. Salazar, anything that does not have an ignition interlock installed, regardless of whose vehicle it is. Do you understand that?
Right.
All right. You're also to show up to any court hearings, not commit any new offenses, report to the CJC office, and not be drinking any illegal substances, including alcohol. Any violation of those conditions will cause a warrant for your arrest to be issued. Anything further?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
You may be excused.
Thank you.
May I have Gavin Yildirim, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Solis.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Getting your client on here now for the pretrial. Court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Gavin Yildirim, cause numbers 2023-0 C00217, 2023-0 C00214, 2023-0 C00210, 2023-0 C00208, and 2022-0 C03969. We're here for a pretrial. What says the state?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
Your
And
Honor, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm
are
sorry.
you ready, Mr.
Solis for Mr. Yildirim. We're ready, Your Honor.
All right. What, is there a recommendation on these cases, Mr. Morales?
Your Honor, my understanding is that he just pled to 2 years TDC in the 120th. Given
Correct.
the amount of time he's been in jail, the state would be willing to offer credit for time served on all of these charges to send him on his merry way.
Well, Your Honor, we were hoping they do better because not only did he plead to 2 years TDC on a probation revo, but he had new cases. And as a result of my efforts to demonstrate to the court and the prosecutor, Mr. Yildirim has mental health challenges. He's been a consumer of mental health services here. He's also has some substance abuse type issues that he's confronting. And so that was persuasive enough to have Mr. Kyle Lasley dismiss the new case and time serve him on the 2 years TDC. So given that the cases in the felony court were more severe and we had Dr. Schutte evaluate and provide a report to the court, we were hoping these would be dismissals given what I've just described.
I haven't received any of the information that was conveyed to Mr. Lasley. I will speak with him and we'll reach a conclusion.
Okay.
All right, then if you will do that, Mr. Morales, and let us know by next week whether these will be dismissed or not. If they are not dismissed, Mr. Solis, would you prefer a trial on these? What do you want to do on them?
No, if they're not dismissed, unfortunately, we'll have to plead because he's got the time served for the TDC time, but they won't release from the annex. He'll have to make the trip to the unit at TDC somewhere, then get released. So the longer we prolong his stay here for whatever reason, the longer he'll take to time serve as a practical matter with TDC. So that's our position. As they say, well, anyway, that's our position.
All right, well, once we hear back from Mr. Morales, we'll touch base with you and see what you want to do on those.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, may I have Michael Elias, please?
And just to clarify, I'm not suggesting that Mr. Lasley said he would dismiss the misdemeanors because we didn't discuss that.
Oh, no.
But my hope was that would happen.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I have no idea what the conversation between you two was. I need to go talk to him, see what
Yeah,
he's.
I don't need to convey that he and I discussed dismissal of these cases. I want you to.
No.
Okay,
That much is understood.
all right.
All right. Court calls the case of State of Texas versus Michael Elias, cause number 2023-0C01108. What says the state?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
And again, Eduardo Solis and Mr. Elias, we're ready.
You are Michael Elias?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Are you a U.S. citizen, Mr. Las?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Charged with the offense of resisting arrest alleged to have occurred February 12, 2023 in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, ma'am.
Court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 10 days in jail, plus court costs with credit for time served on everything. Anything further, counsel?
It is compliant with the SR 914 disclosures, Your Honor.
That's correct.
All right, you may be excused if there's nothing further.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Ballesteros, are you on Sebastian Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, may I have Mr. Martinez, please?
Is anybody doing Barbenheimer this weekend?
Oh, Barbenheimer. I don't.
No?
No.
Nobody's
I don't
watching
know what that
Barbie
is.
or Oppenheimer? This weekend is gonna be amazing for,
It's going to be quite the scene to hear everything come out from it.
yes. It's gonna be a great movie weekend.
Court calls the case of State of Texas versus Sebastian Martinez, 2023-0C04466. What says the state
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
and the defense?
Robert Nicholas Ballesteros on behalf of Mr. Martinez, Your Honor, also ready.
You are Sebastian Martinez.
Correct.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do solemnly swear.
All right, what do you have, Mr. Ballesteros?
So, Your Honor, I believe we're here for a bond hearing on Mr. Martinez. He's been in custody for this VPO, Your Honor. It's a VPO that's also stemming from a burglary of habitation that's been assigned out of the 120th. The bond that's set for both cases is $10,000. This misdemeanor is also $10,000, Your Honor. He's been in custody for 30 days. That bond is going to be excessive for him. We have not had our first felony hearing yet. Our first hearing is set on the 24th of next month. So I will be addressing the bond on that case in that court, Your Honor. But he will be residing at two various addresses. We have options for the court. He has either the 118202 Towers address. I'm sorry, that's the address that was preventing him from going to that address.
Yeah.
He would be residing at the, I have it here, Judge. I'm sorry, my notes are all 11917 King's Crest. That's where he's going to be residing, Your Honor. He's going to be residing with his father. We have attempted to verify that address with his father, but we have not been able to communicate with him. We've been trying since at least May 10th, but unfortunately, we just have not gotten anything past the voicemail box. If for whatever reason he's not welcome to reside there, or if he can't live there for whatever reason, he has made it clear that he's willing to stay at the Salvation Army or whatever shelter is willing to house him, Your Honor. He's a resident of El Paso. He's 31 years of age.
I haven't agreed to that by any means. I have a letter here. I got postage stamps.
So Mr. Martinez, this is
That's to my extent. I was able to write it out with the pencil that I have.
So he is a U.S. citizen, Your Honor. He's single, no children. He graduated from Montwood in 2010 or 2011, around that time. No military. He's currently unemployed, and he has no money to use towards the bond. We are respectfully requesting a bond reduction or or a PR bond if the court is willing, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Morales, do you have anything?
Your Honor, the first address that was provided, it was at King's Crest Drive, correct, Mr. Ballesteros?
Yeah, well, yes, that's the address.
That is within walking distance, at least 1 mile away. That is 1 mile with walking distance away from the plaintiff's house. I would have some concerns about him going to that address. Additionally, if we were to release him to a either Salvation Army or any other kind of shelter, concerns about finding him after that release would be difficult, I believe.
All right, what is the relationship between the CW and Mr. Martinez, if any?
I believe it's his, let me pull it up, Judge. I have it here. I apologize, it's just spinning.
Mr. Martinez, do you know Mr. Mauricio Martinez?
Oh, he's muted, Your Honor.
Oh,
for-
Annex,
For
thank you.
years, and I just showed up and
I'm sorry, I didn't hear any of the first part that you were saying. Do you know this person?
been a while since I've been there. He's the one that called the police. Like he.
Right, but do you know him?
What's your relationship to him,
Of
sir?
course, he's my younger brother, my little sibling.
Okay.
Okay. When was the last time you were
Raised by my
employed?
father, you know, he wasn't raised by, excuse me, he wasn't raised by my family. He's just off on his own with just boyfriend and mom, you know.
Okay. When was the last time you were employed?
Last time, truth. Years ago.
Years.
Mhm.
All right.
It was last year.
He doesn't have any priors. So the court at this time is going to grant a
The court,
$3,000 PR bond with the following conditions. You have no contact whatsoever with Mauricio Martinez. And by that, I mean, I don't want you to go anywhere near him, write him, call him, or have anyone else do these things for you. You're to report to CJC. You're to show up to all your court hearings, commit no new offenses, and use no illegal substances. Any violation of those conditions will cause a warrant for your arrest to be issued. Anything further, counsel?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. If for some reason he is not allowed to live with his father, he needs to find somewhere else to reside.
Understood, Judge.
Thank you. You may be excused. May I have Cody Jones, please? Ms. Reyesa, who are you on? Ms. Reyesa, who are you on? Can you hear me?
I think she's hearing you, but there's an audio malfunction, Your Honor.
Yeah, I can't hear her, but I don't believe, unless she's on Mr. Jones.
I would say so. I think he's the only pre-rebel we have left.
All right, court calls the cases, State of Texas versus Cody Jones, cause number 2020-C03731, which says a state,
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
and the defense. You're muted, Mr. Munoz.
Maximino Daniel Munoz for Mr. Cody, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
All right, we're here for a pre-revo. So what's your recommendation, Mr. Morales?
Recommendation is 80 days, Your Honor.
80 days. All
Your
right.
Honor, we were hoping for at least 60 days and we can get rid of this case. He's been already there about a month and a half. He was gainfully employed. He just didn't do what he was supposed to do. I mean,
And there were a lot of either skips or positive blows. He has 36 days credit. Mr. Morales, are you willing to drop it to 60?
I'm willing to drop it to 60.
okay, set us up
All
for a
right.
plea, Judge.
We will reschedule you for a plea of true, hopefully next week, as soon as you get the papers back then.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. There's nothing further. You may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. There you go. I can hear you now.
It wasn't working. Yes, I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you. You may be excused as well.
Thank you, Judge.
May I have Mr. Huerta?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Parra. Court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Jesus Huerta, cause number 2023 0C0 2150 and 2023 0C0 2317. What says the state
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed.
and the defense?
Manuel Parra, Your Honor, for Mr. Huerta, also ready.
You are Jesus Huerta.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Charged with the offense of terroristic threat on the first case alleged to occur March 10th, 2023, and DWI .15 on the second case alleged to have occurred August 20th, 2022, both in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Yes.
Court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty on both, sentence you to 100 days plus court costs with credit for time served on everything, and these two cases run concurrent with each other. Anything further, counsel?
State has complied with its 3914 disclosures, Your Honor.
We acknowledge the same, Your Honor.
Right, you may be excused if you don't have anything further.
Nothing further from the defense,
Thank
Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Morales, who are you on?
Judge, I believe I'm here on Mr. Dominic Vasquez.
I don't have him on my docket for today.
What's that, Judge?
I don't have anybody by that name on my docket.
Judge, I guess I'm here a little bit early for my 1:30s then, Judge. I'll be back. How about that in person?
We will see you in person at 1:30.
Sounds good, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. And everybody else may be excused. Annex, thank you. See you next week.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Uh,
Case, Mr.